So let's quickly see what are the things happening in scene 2. It's just a cover scene. That means there is no much relation like what is gonna happen next in this act. There is no much information will be there in this scene. It's just a chorus scene, just a building up like a bridge between a main scene and another main scene. It just shows what are the things happening before the coming scene. Next scene 3, before that what are the things happening, it just shows us, the audience gives an idea of it. So it's a chorus scene, it's outside Macbeth's castle. I forgot to tell you, last scene was in Macbeth's castle. Last scene was happening in Macbeth's castle where Lady Macbeth was sleepwalking. Okay, this scene is outside of Macbeth's castle. There are we can get the information that English army was already reaching the Dulcinea outskirt. Outskirt of Dulcinea is nothing but border. They're revolting. The army is coming to fight against Macbeth. They have reached the Dulcinea outskirt. And Scottish nobles, that means in Scotland. Now Macbeth is in Scotland. So Scottish nobles, the people who are under Macbeth, some are mentioned here, many envoys and captains. These three are in this scene mainly we can see, but there are many people over there. Mainly these three are mentioned. These are Scottish nobles. They are nobles of Scotland. They are joining English army who are coming against Scotland, against Macbeth, who are coming to fight against Macbeth. These people are from Scotland. They are people of Macbeth, but they are joining English army to fight against Macbeth. They are going against Macbeth. Even though they are people of Macbeth, they are gonna join English army to fight against Macbeth. English army is led by Malcolm, Shepard and Macduff. So you know Malcolm is son of Duncan, King Duncan's son. Shepard is King of England, and Macduff, you know Macduff, right? You know Macduff. He went to England to ask permission to ask a King of England to fight for them. So you know Macduff, right? Next, the soldiers obeys. There is also a line here saying that the soldiers of Macbeth, the Macbeth's having some soldiers, right? They obey the words of Macbeth just because of the fear of their life, not because of love for Macbeth. They are also treated very bad by Macbeth, and they are obeying Macbeth just because of love, not because of love, just because of fear of life. Okay, so we can see that at any moment they are ready to revolt against Macbeth. So Macbeth doesn't have a strong army here, and it is also mentioned Macbeth is hiding inside his castle to save himself because his army is not strong and no people over there in his army is ready to give their life for Macbeth. They are just in the army for the sake of fear of their life. Okay, that thing is also mentioned here. And Macbeth is compared to a thief or a dwarf. I have drawn it in a simple way to make you understand. Hope you can see it. This is Macbeth. This is Macbeth. And Macbeth is referred to as a dwarf and thief. Both things are mentioned here. Is a dwarf or a thief with a robe. The robe means a thread. You know the thread, right? The thread is basically conveying. It's saying about the kingship. Robe is showing the kingship stolen from a giant. Giant means a tall, stout people who are tall, stout, and all. They're not same height as me and you. They're tall and dwarf, not dwarf. They're tall and big human creatures. Okay. So he is compared to a dwarf or a thief. This is Macbeth, and he has stolen the kingship. We can say this is a robe, and this is called as a kingship, which is stolen from a dwarf. The dwarf has stolen the robe from a giant. So dwarf, Macbeth is considered as a dwarf, and the kingship is considered as a robe, and the giant, that is, he has stolen the kingdom from a giant. So they're basically trying to say here that he's not capable to hold the kingship. It is lying loose. At any time he will lose the battle. They are sure that he will lose the battle. So they are saying Macbeth is just a dwarf. He cannot fight against this huge army which is coming to revolt against Macbeth. He will be killed at the end. So they are comparing him as a dwarf who has stolen the robe, that is kingship, from a giant. So why I have stressed this point, because previously in exams I have seen this question. They have asked about this. For 2 marks we will get that. They will give a particular dialogue in the scene and they will ask us to give reason, right? Yeah, that. So I've said this. So this is just a chorus scene. It's a small scene. It doesn't give any big plot development. It just says what is happening now and how it is related to next scene. It just joins the both scenes like a bridge. Okay, so the things here.